SCP-458, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-458 is considered safe and therefore is to be stored in the staff canteen at Site-17, with no access restrictions required. Description: SCP-458 is a large-sized pizza box from the pizza chain Little Caesars of their hot and ready variety. It is made of simple cardboard, measures 25.4 centimeters by 25.4 centimeters by 2.54 centimeters, 10 inches by 10 inches by 1 inch, and weighs about 20 to 20.49 grams depending on toppings. As a result of the unusual nature of SCP-458, measurements of weight is inconsistent. What makes SCP-458 an oddity is that while appearing to be an ordinary pizza box, when it comes into contact with human hands, it instantaneously replicates within the holder's subconsciously preferred choice of pizza, down to the favorite sauce, cheese, crust, and topping. It is not limited to the Little Caesars brand, as pizza from all major pizza chains, as well as local and even handmade pizzas, have been produced. There seems to be no limit to its ability, except that it cannot make anything but pizza, and its toppings must be edible by normal human standards. See Addendum 1A. The box is also rather indestructible, as all tests to destroy or dismantle the box have proven fruitless. It is assumed the box is semi-sentient, having at least enough telepathic or empathetic ability to sense what the holder's personal choices regarding pizza are. After constant testing showed SCP's 458 seemingly infinite power to generate pizza, but with little other use, it has henceforth been placed inside the canteen at Site-17 for free use by personnel. After its open usage has been allowed, personnel morale has showed to have sharply increased. Addendum 1. Upon testing SCP-458 with SCP Redacted, the SCP took a bite of the slice, which appeared to be a garlic-free slice of sausage and olive on wheat crust. This was met with the response, "It's a fine slice, but I'd preferred a rather different sauce." It was inferred that the box cannot use substances that are indigestible by regular human bodies. Further testing confirmed this. Addendum 1B. Please see Document 45A-1. Document 45A-1. I would like to remind all staff that just because we have a pizza box that can constantly create pizza for you does not mean that you can just sit around and eat pizza all afternoon. If continued abuse of the box continues, coupled with the report of personnel gaining unhealthy amounts of weight, I may be forced to implement a mandatory physical training regime following lunch hours. Dr. Del Morano. Document 458-1B. For simple curiosity's sake, and perhaps get a better idea of the mindset of certain SCPs, I have compiled a list of sentient SCP reactions when holding the box. SCP-35, large extra sliced onions, Greek-style pita bread, extra sauce, Parmesan cheese. SCP-40, small extra cheese stuffed crust. SCP-49, small French bread-style thin crusts, thinly sliced onions, extra olives. SCP-56, medium sliced bell peppers, thin crust, Alfredo sauce. SCP-076-2, large meatballs, pepperoni, bacon, Canadian bacon, sausage, hamburger, thick crust. SCP-105, small olives, wheat crust, thin. SCP-108-1, large pepperoni, thick crust. SCP-134, small onions, anchovies, olives, thin crust. SCP-166, small oregano, olives, no sauce, thin crust. SCP-181, large pepperoni, sausage, marinara stuffed crust. Ooh, that sounds good. SCP-182, medium olives, mushroom pretzel dough crust. SCP-343, large almost every topping imaginable with over 100 distinct foods identified. SCP-378 and 378-1. 378-1 produced a large thin crust with pesto sauce, ricotta mushrooms, and fried mealworms. SCP-378 itself could not activate SCP-458. SCP-999, soft dough base smothered in decadent chocolate spread or ganache, layered with an array of sorted chocolate chips, Hershey Kisses, and Reese's Pieces. Scattered colorful candies like M&Ms and gummy bears across the top, drizzled with melted chocolate and sprinkles. SCP-2118, small extra cheese, corn, pepperoni, seasoned with a variety of spices, primarily cinnamon. SCP-2406, large pepper jack cheese and sausage. Projected pizza was described as having a metallic taste to it. Dr. Wepler, Large, thin crust topped with pineapple, anchovies, unpitted green olives, avocado clams, raw onion, ranch dressing, and barbecue sauce. Attending personnel reportedly described the output as inedible and an affront against God. Dr. Welper noted that his actual favorite type of pizza was a Chicago deep dish, theorizing that such an output was prohibited by SCP-458's physical dimension, with the object producing his second favorite form of pizza instead. SCP-3300, large extra cheese and pepperoni, wet when removed from box. SCP-3477, medium anchovy, all instances produced identical pizzas which identically arranged toppings. Ms. Dr. Michaels, large Hawaiian with Tabasco, vile. SCP-4504, medium egg bacon barbecue sauce base, thick crust. 4999, extra large, half supreme, half pepperoni. POI 3445, SCP-5175. Wielding SCP-5175, POI 3445 produced large pizza with mozzarella cheese stuffed crust, a barbecue sauce base, bacon bits, bacon strips, ground beef, ham, pepperoni, sausage, and a dusting of crushed chili cheese, Fritos. SCP-5175-1 contributed teriyaki sauce. SCP-8064, medium thin crust ghost pepper cheese and chorizo. SCP-ES-016, large thin crust mozzarella, mushrooms, and olives. SCP-ES-018, small stuffed crust pepperoni and garlic. SCP-ES-062-A, large thin crust ingredients identical to a meat lover's pizza from Pizza Hut. SCP-ES-090, pizzas covered in toppings not identified currently believed to be of extraterrestrial origin. SCP-ES-090 claims it was the most delicious food she has ever eaten. SCP-ES-116-2, medium thin crust mozzarella and bacon. SCP-ES-118-1, pizza covered in a great quantity of dead insects, with SCP-ES-118-1 and the instances of SCP-ES-118 surrounding it fed on. Dr. Ronaldo Casas, large thin crust anchovies and black olives. SCP-ES-174-A, a large Chicago-style filled pizza filled with tomato sauce and covered in mushrooms, pepperoni, onions, and garlic sausage. SCP-ES-189-A, small burned crust, ketchup, grated cheese and olives, tomato slices, and salami in geometric decoration. We're not going to mention that one. SCP-ES-231, small thin crust covered in potato slices. SCP-ES-262-2, a large thick crust pizza manifested in a bowl-like shape filled entirely with milk high in calcium. Further testing on SCPs may reveal some odd characteristics about the SCPs themselves, and it's suggested. Dr. Crean. Update. Further cross-testing is permitted but requires approval and supervision due to safety concerns. Dr. Redacted. Almost immediately after opening SCP-458, the produced pizza began to go through symptoms similar to other organic materials within SCP-077's affected radius. Experiment was retired, with the pizza being removed from SCP-458 immediately after its opening, with minor deterioration present. When queried by researchers, SCP-073 stated it had never ingested products created by SCP-458. After SCP-166 ate a slice of pizza from SCP-458, SCP-166 complained about occasional moderate discomfort and nausea. The effects stopped after approximately 20 hours. SCP-181 was told that it was a reward for good behavior and that it was a lucky guess that it was his favorite type of pizza. SCP-211 remarked on how her mother would love the pizza if she were there. Attempts to relocate this log to Dr. Wepler's personal file have been stymied by persistent database errors, continued efforts discontinued as being of insufficient priority. SCP-4999 shared the pizza with D430276, who was suffering from end-stage renal disease. Notably, this was the same variety D430276 frequently shared with her late partner, and the first known case of SCP-458 accommodating a pizza which exceeds its volume. Through POI 3445, SCP-5175-1 claims to have never tasted teriyaki sauce. It emerged as a modern fusion recipe and is not traditional Japanese cuisine. SCP-5175-1 acquired a liking for the sauce after a conversation with POI 3445, who regularly ordered chicken teriyaki at the marketplace at Steamtown's food court. Every personality manifested a different pizza.